Kelly's Court is back in session. On the docket today, 15 minutes of fame coming back to bite a reality TV tough guy in the tush. Stephen Fowler now getting death threats, he claims. His professional life is in shambles. There's even a website dedicated to him called StephenFowlerSucks.com, dedicated to making him public enemy #1. All this after an episode of the ABC reality TV show Wife Swap. Fowler, the San Francisco snob, temporarily forced to live with a soft-spoken woman from the Midwest. Roll it.
I don't see how one could be offended by the term podunk town if you live in a podunk town. I mean, by definition, it's a podunk town. I love it. You read that so well. Congratulations. I didn't know you could read.
Oh. Friends say Fowler was just hamming it up for the cameras. Quite a performance. But can he now legally block that website and the others that are publishing his private information, and can he go after ABC? Let's ask our panel. Defense attorney Mark Eiglarsh and trial attorney Lee Armstrong. Good morning, gentlemen.
What a sweet guy.
Oh, it's awful.
Thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. Thank you.
These clips had us riveted because he's such a pompous jerk.
It's great TV, though.
It's great TV, and to ABC's credit, but you really want to punch him and root for the other girl.
Good for America.
But Lee, now he's threatened a lawsuit against these websites that are publishing his private information, his home address, his home telephone number. Can he stop that?
Not the nature of the information that I've seen that they've published so far. You know, for example, if I were to say, if I were to publish right now your address, you're at, was it 599 Lexington, Megan, your apartment? It's on the corner of East 53rd.
You wish you knew.
Now that was, don't make me do it. Now that was private for a second, but the test is, it's not only that it's got to be private, it has to be sensitive, and not all jurisdictions are the same. So when I say sensitive things, think of things like medical records or medical history.
Okay, but what about a possible lawsuit against ABC, Lee? Can he do that? Because now his wife has come out and said he was the victim of creative editing.
Yeah, he's got numerous problems in addition to his claims. But the only way I could see him maybe trying to cobble something together is to try to use what's called a false light claim, and that is that the network took the clips and edited it in such a way such as to make him look like something that he actually is not. Now, with this guy, you see what you get. And the second thing is, he no doubt signed a release. And with an IQ of 158, as he loves to remind us, I'm sure he understood the little words in the release.
Mark, before I get you to weigh in, let's look at another clip of this guy in action. Take a look.
I have to say there are not too many places in the United States I could live. This city is unequivocally one of them. You've got the opera, you've got the symphony. One of the problems we have in the United States is I think only 10% of the people in this country have a passport. So there is a lack of awareness of the rest of the world.
Reminds me of Mark.
He hates America.
Oh, stop it.
He hates America, and he hates the Midwestern woman who moved in with him, and he hates all Midwesterners. He made that clear, Mark. But, you know, did people have a right to publicly smear him like this and post his private info?
Absolutely, and that's what I love about this country. He's vicious, pompous, hateful, arrogant, and I will defend his right to spew his crap on national TV as long as we have the right to respond on whatever FowlerIHate.com, which should be he's really sucks.com, because he really does. Here's my problem with him. Biggest problem I have is he spewed his pompousness in front of his own children.
He did.
And what he's doing is he's emotionally handicapping them in terms of socialization, emotional development, and they, in one of the segments, start to shun the very sweet Midwesterner that he was, that was the object of his scorn. And that's where I draw the line. I don't think that anybody can sue over this. I think that his house was part of the show, so everyone knows where he lives. Yeah. Too bad, my friend.
You know, he called this wife, because on the show, his wife went to live with the Midwestern family, and the Midwestern wife came to live with him for a week, and that's why he was in this circumstance. But he called her fat, he called her uneducated, stupid.
And look at the contradiction. It's incredible to me that a guy who fancies himself such a cerebral, intellectual, wealthy guy, as he brags on the clips that I saw, would go on a show called Wife Swap.
Right.
I can't sort of, and in the clip, I just noticed this. He was wearing a shirt that says Tree Hugger. So he cares a lot about trees and saving trees, but he treats this wonderful, kind woman the way he does, and it's just, it really is.
And isn't it?
Go ahead, Mark.
And isn't it ironic that someone who spends so much time, energy, money on an education actually is one of the most ignorant guys I've ever seen?
Exactly. Let's take another look at the ignorance. Watch
you
this.
love this.
It's about time they get to make the agenda and you follow it.
The what?
The agenda?
Oh, agenda. Okay, that's a big word for you. Given that your two languages appear to be bad English and redneck.
Shut the hell up!
She's a very rude lady, isn't she? But that's okay, she doesn't have an education.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, he's a pedantic, sanctimonious, verbose individual. I'm sure he understands those words.
Easily.
But wait, but
Not you, Mark.
let me just say this. Some of the Fowler's friends have gone online, Mark, and they have said that she was equally mean, and they just edited it out, so his comments were taken out of context, and he was placed in this false light.
Not going to happen. And that's why you need friends in your life at times like these. God bless them. But let me just say this. Here is the line. The line is you can say whatever you want as long as you then don't say, okay, so now we know that this Fowler sucks. Let's go and harm him. Let's go hurt his family.
So, Mark, he was wrong when he threatened the websites and said, take down my address, otherwise I'm suing you. He was wrong. He had no case, Mark.
That's right.
I don't believe he does. I'm just talking about the people now who may do something against him physically. That's where you got to stop. You can't do that.
Yeah.
But go ahead and let the world know what a jerk you are.
I feel like we've done our part.
Yeah, I don't think there's much more to say.
Well
apparently we don't like the way he behaved. I think we can all agree on that.
We'll
we can
leave it at that. Let's leave it on that happy note.
Lee, hey, Lee, nice tie, Lee. Good to see you. What else can we say?
Thank you,
Took
Mark.
their happy pill this morning, Mark.
Megan, you look great. Megan.
Thanks, Mark.
$5.99 Lexington. Check it out, fans.
Lee Armstrong, thank you. One final
No, she
word
moved.
for
The new
viewers.
address is...
Listen, this guy has no case. Bloggers can post information that is otherwise publicly available, nor does he have a case against ABC because he knew what he was getting himself into. And for his on-screen antics, he has only himself to blame. No one can showcase your bad behavior if you give them zero ammunition.
Ooh, point taken.
Oh.